So now I'm going to use the Lil'Buddy. This is the Lil'Buddy 2. So the Pro 1, no, it's not the Pro 1, it's the Pro 2. Case says Pro 1, but I've modified it. It's the Pro 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there. This does not need to be there. This needs to go on the glass. Just going to set it there. Shut the door. And here's the difference between the Pro 1 and the Pro 2. Pro 1 does not have this right here. You can't move this section of the arm, tilt it in and out. Okay, Pro 2, you can. So we're going to set in our position, make sure I'm just above the frame. I like to get as close as I can to the frame without hitting it or the urethane. Center that out, the leveler. Tilt it just a little bit. And then we're going to check this way. I like the backside here. I don't like it to be level either, nor do I like the bubble to be where this is higher. I like it to be right here. So it's slight back a little bit so that as I go, this windshield, if we had it tilted up, then this windshield would go about right here. I want the windshield to be as low to this pinch well as I can get without touching my urethane over here, because I want to come in and make sure I got it in the correct position before I lower it. And so having a slight tilt like this, and it's not much, it really isn't. So there's level, and then the bubble's right here. And if we look at it, it's not a bad tilt back. What this is going to do, and you'll see it when I bring my windshield's going to be about right here. Okay, and that's what I want. Oh, and one other thing we need to do, we need to measure. So I just measure with my hand, or you can measure with a tool. It's about 7.5, 8 inches. So we're just going to measure, not from the top of the glass, but from the top where the molding is. So we're going to include molding in this, and it's right here is where we are. And so I need this arm to come out in that area. And then I want my arm here to look at that corner, where kind of where that suction cup is. And you want that suction cup to be as much in that corner as you can. I don't like going near the edge of the glass with the suction cup, so I like it to be a little inwards. That way we kind of take a little stress off and we don't run the risk of breaking the glass. So that should be it. Make sure everything's where it needs to be. Let's shut this door just a wee bit. And I'm not going to need a step stool. We can do this without it. Famous last words, right? Oh, I didn't pull the track, if there is one. Should be a track in these. I like to pull the track when it's out. I don't like pulling the track when it's in. You fight with it more when you set it. So there we go. Make sure my suction cups are good. And where to go. Oop, get it down there. Turn up. I probably do need a step stool. That one was tough. Guys, I am on my tippy toes. I'm gonna lock my tape a little bit. I'm gonna climb up here to where I can see higher, because I don't think I have this exactly where I want it. I don't. I want to come up a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and move it now. Right there. We'll come back and reposition this. Let's get that side a little lower and in position. Top can go up just a tad. And see how I am at that level where I want it because of the slope back here. So that's good. One thing you could do, you can start letting off of the suction cup, and when you let off, it'll just fall straight down. That's fine. The other thing you can do with the Pro tool, you can pull this pin out right here and you can drop it down this way. So you got two different ways you can go about it. I like to, once I get it in the position I want, and I've looked down the top here, Then I just kind of let off the suction cup, stop for a moment, take a look around, make sure it's going to hit where you want. Let's go up a little bit more with it and drop it right there. I'm fully done. VIN number looks good. Let's get this piece out of here so we don't break the glass. That is tight in the middle and not so tight on the edges here. Some vehicles are like that, some are not. Some, it's really nice, the curvature of the glass and everything. This is a PGW glass. All right, working on a Jeep, doing a windshield. Going to show you how to set with the Lil'Buddy and how I set it up. And so my glass is already prepped, it's ready to be set. There is primer already on the frame. All I gotta do is just put the urethane and get these suction cups. So let's show you what we do. Usually on a car where it's got the slant back, what you want to do, because this one's more straight up and down, this set, the Lil'Buddy's gonna be a straight arm stiff. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dry set up here to show y'all. So let's go ahead and get this set in position here. So as you can see, I'm lining up my bubble. This is the Pro2 that we're using, Lil'Buddy Pro2 right there. All right, we got to fix this slant. We're leveling it out is what we're doing. So that's gonna be it right there. All right, so if you see this, I am right next to the frame where it's at a right angle. Okay, at the same time we're gonna be just above that glue line there if you look when we put the urethane down, but we're actually gonna do urethane on the glass for a Jeep. On all other vehicles I'll do the urethane on the frame, but on a Jeep let's put it on the glass. That way I don't have to try and stretch across because it's so boxy. I actually broke a rib one time trying to lean over and get that urethane all the way at the tips like I like to do. So instead of having a joint spot in the middle here, what we're going to do is just put urethane across on it, rods on the stand. So anyway, we got that set over there. Okay, next thing we want to do is get this arm set on here, and mine's a driver's side set, not a passenger side set. So we're going to come over here and we're going to eyeball where it's at. Typically what I do is I do between pinky and thumb, and that's how I measure on a slant back. But again, this is a Jeep. We're just going to eyeball it right now and get it up there on our dry set and then make our adjustments. And I only do a dry set with glass that I'm putting urethane on the glass, or on windshields where I don't know if I got the clearance I need with the Lil'Buddy. So I'll do a dry set and kind of fix that clearance there for me. But let's go ahead and, most vehicles, I haven't done a dry set in a while, especially on slant backs, but that's just what it is. Typically I do one suction cup here. Yeah, let's stay with that technique. One suction cup. So let's put this one back. And then we're going to need, because this is a dry set, I'm not going to use my good tape. We're going to use the painter's tape just to get it in the position that I need it to be in. So we'll put us a good size one right here. All right. And then we're going to put one over here just to hold this for a little bit, because I will probably release this suction cup over here and put it, change its position slightly. So let's go do this dry set real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about with these. So all right, so we're going to put on our arm. We got our arm swung out, always in this right angle position here. We're just going to walk the Lil'Buddy around. Now, I'm going to have urethane, so I'm going to actually carry it like this because my urethane's already going to be on that glass. We flip it around and we're just going to slide into our position here. Now see, my Lil'Buddy is too high over there, so instead of adjusting on the window, we're going to adjust it on the glass. But I'm going to put my tape there. We're going to loosen this. Almost. I'm just letting it kind of fall on here a little bit more. Maybe one more. So loosen it just a little bit to where the glass is rotating on this suction. All right, this is what we're going to want to have right here. So now I have my position for my Lil'Buddy, and that's a dry set. So we are ready now to go do the real deal on this. So we're going to take our tape off, pull our glass back out. And you could have put this all the way up at the top here and had it more straight, but instead I just kind of loosened it and just let the glass kind of twist on that suction cup for the position I need. All right, take the blue tape off. Should be running out of this soon. I might actually run out on this job right here. Yep, that's the last piece right there. So we got one. That's no good. It's okay. We have extra. Put our next one over here. I like to put the tape, I used to do, back in the day when I started doing auto glass, I used to put tape on the vehicle. Then, I don't know, it was probably a year and a half, 2 years later, I started putting tape on the windshield. And I like it better on the glass than I do putting it on the vehicle. So, let's go get my urethane. Tube from yesterday. New tube here. Pop the back. You don't have to pop the back, your gun will pop it for you. I just go ahead and pop it for myself. And then I've got my little pokers. Alright, set that down. We're going to clear this old tip here. There we go, old tip's cleared. Now, looks like I got enough to go across the top there. So, we're gonna try it. Let's do it on the side here. On these corners, I kind of turn inwards so that it don't squish out toward my glue. Just like that. Straighten it back out. Change this over to our next tube. We're going to finish it out. We're going to butt up against it. I forgot to put the urethane under my hood on the engine block, so it's a little cold this morning. We woke up, it was 40 degrees. It's no longer 40 degrees. I'm in shorts and short sleeves right now, but get the picture. There we go. So we're going to take our dauber. We're going to do a quick little pancake here. Okay. Second pancake on the second joint spot. And this one I can just push all this back over to the edge. Fix that so it doesn't hit something it shouldn't. All right, we're ready to set. So what I'm going to do always when I'm using Lil'Buddies or anything with suction, I always check my suctions, make sure they're all good. So the one on the door is good. Let's do this one. That's good. Suction cup's good. All right, let's get it up. All right, and now I'm not concerned about that side. I'm just watching this side here. We're just gonna set. Everything looked good on this corner, and so if everything's good on this corner, that side over there will fall in to place. And that's all you gotta do. If we come look over here, this is good. So we got a nice good hover above, and we're going to set that and take the suction cup off, keeping a hand on here so that it doesn't move. There it is. Move that. And that's it. That's how you set on a Jeep windshield with the Lil'Buddy. So I'll do another video later today showing you a slant back windshield with the Lil'Buddy, just so y'all can have that for a reference. But Jeeps, because it's a flat windshield, you want it to be more straight on the arm, so put your suction cup towards the top. If you've got it down like I had right here, you could then do a slant a little bit, but always do a dry set just so you can kind of confirm your fitment on a Jeep, especially if you're putting urethane on the glass. You don't want to make that mistake and get urethane everywhere else, but in the spot that you need it to be in. So thank y'all very much for this short video. Y'all have a good day.